There's a theory that the reason that Hal and Hank are so similar is that the two of them are actually half-brothers. Cotton certainly had his fair share of partners, and we already know that Hank had at least one illegitimate half-brother that he didn't know about, so it's really not that big of a stretch that he might have possibly had another.
Just a one-time thing with the guy in a parking lot, that's all.
Now, there's not a ton of direct evidence for this theory besides the similarity of the two characters, but there's also very little evidence against it. The two of them have similar height, similar build, similar interests, similar hair. Really everything about them definitely seems more like long-lost brothers than strangers. They both even have a specific love for propane, which for Hal is just a hobby and not a job.
And the drip lip vent is in the 6 o'clock position.
But instead of 12?
Exactly. You sure you never worked in propane?
Hobby, that's all.
I like how he downplays that, as if it isn't more impressive to have Hank Hill-level knowledge of propane if you don't work in the propane industry. Even if the two of them are strangers, their similarity still reminds us that Hank's normalness is not so normal. His mundaneness and averageness and everything that makes him him is actually very unique and rare in a paradoxical way. Normal as Hank is, there are still very few people just like him. Bonus fact, this episode also had a B-plot that was cut from the script, which involved Cotton taking his son GH to a car dealership and leaving him there to be watched by Lane Prattley and his girlfriend while he test drives a car.